Good morning, family. It's Sister Soa here, and welcome back to Soda Reap 65. This morning, it's my day of rest, so after this, I'm truly getting back upstairs and going to bed. But this morning, I wanted to share with you, Mr. Sower and I, we were talking about potatoes this morning because we have a container full of them that have sprouted and budded, and he had mentioned that he wanted to plant those, and I said, okay, yeah, we can get a container, throw some dirt in there, and just chuck them in the dirt. And then one of my brothers in gardening, his name is Stacy. His YouTube channel is called Hands in the Dirt. I'll put his link down in the description box. But he had just loaded a video talking about prepping potatoes about 18 hours ago by the time I saw it. And I thought that was perfect timing. We were just talking about that. He just loaded it. A, B, we're going to go to C. So we have a whole bunch, not a whole bunch, but we have, I don't know, maybe 10 potatoes like this. And so here's what he told us to do. He said, you know, all this extra isn't needed, but as long as it has an eye. So like right there, there's an eye. If you look on this side, I mean, there's an eye right there. So as long as the potato has an eye, it's good for you to basically sow it and start a new potato from it. So what he was doing, he cut the potato in half, and then he said to let them dry out. And then once they form like a leathery callus on the part where you cut in half, as long as it starts to dry out and that shows up, then you're ready to plant it. So I've already cut, I don't know, maybe two or three. Let's see, one, two, three, four. I've already cut like five potatoes. I put them in here just for now, and then I'm gonna, let them air out, like he said, and then we're gonna. We have a big container upstairs. We'll drill some holes, add this to it, and put it outside when it's time. So um, I just wanted to share that. Um, I appreciate the gardening community because we can all learn something from somebody, and I'm learning something pretty much every day from everybody who I check out, whether I subscribe to them or not. I'm just learning something every day, and I appreciate that. And it takes me back to scripture, and the meaning behind this YouTube channel's name, So to Reap 65, comes from Galatians 6 and 7. Let me pull that up real quick. So I'm going to read it from the King James. There's another version that I typically read from, but I know everybody's pretty familiar with the King James, so I'll read from that version. As soon as I pull it up. Okay, Galatians 6 and 7 says, be not deceived. God is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. And I decided to name this channel Sow to Reap because that's what I intend to do. When I sow, I expect that I'm going to reap a harvest. And so that, for me, that just fit. But the other reason why I really get into gardening is based on Genesis chapter, let's see, 1, I believe it is 26. No, 27 and 28. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him, male and female created he them. And God blessed them, and God said unto them, be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea and over the fowl of the air and over every living thing that moves upon the earth. And so when we read, when most people read, and I'll put myself in this years ago, when I used to read this, we always get hung up on, and God blessed them, and God said unto them, be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth. And we always thought that meant, okay, let's have a lot of babies. So, so that man will always go on and on and on and on. And while that is part of our mandate, the other part was, um, and multiply and replenish the earth and subdue it. So it's not just about having a lot of babies. It's about making this earth work because we were created to make this earth work and to multiply, not just in ourselves, but in the ground. He gave us a head start, right? He put everything here for us, and all we had to do was take care of it. And that is our mandate. Yes, we're gonna reproduce ourselves, but we are also mandated to replenish the earth. And so when we put a plant or when we put a seed in the ground, we are making or meeting that mandate in our jobs. As did you meet the mandate? Yep, I met the mandate. I was supposed to be here at a certain time and I did that. Yep, I was supposed to go there by a certain time. I was there. We meet the mandate when we do just that, when we continue to replenish, when we have taken from and we put back in, when we take from and we put back in, we are meeting the mandate. So don't get caught up on having a whole bunch of babies. I mean, if that's your goal in life, knock yourself out. But don't forget, if you're going to have a lot of babies and you can't feed them, you are missing the mark. And missing the mark is called sin or transgression of the law. Come on now, don't make me get started here. That's all I want to share. Prepping my potatoes, giving you a little background about why I call the channel what I call it, and why I get a kick out of doing what I do is because it's in me. I'm supposed to do it. I was created to do that, and I will continue to do that until I breathe my last. So that is all. Have a great day. You guys stay safe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.